So if you guys haven't already figured it out, okay, I am a Thai woman. My family, we eat spicy foods, we all believe in ghosts, most of the men in the family have a gambling addiction, it's a whole thing, we're very Thai. But being a Thai woman means that I have encountered an ungodly amount of passport bros, okay? I'm very familiar with passport bros, I've studied passport bros. I have a doctorate in passport bros. But guys, I have found a passport bro that has reignited my icks. He's given me new icks I did not know that I had. And his name is Chad to Dad. Not kidding, he named himself Chad to Dad. He is a 59-year-old American man that is married to a 28-year-old Filipino woman from the Philippines, and his whole account, you guys, is dedicated to reminiscing about his escapades from the 80s with Asian women, of course, and also directing other passport bros on how to be a passport bro, and above all else, showing off his 28-year-old super hot wife. Are you guys ready to get the ick? Let's go! So if you guys are not on TikTok, Chad to Dad has been making passport bro content for a while now, and we will be reviewing that later in this video. But the reason why he came up on my For You page, on a lot of other people's For You page, is because he had this whole drama with his 28-year-old Filipino wife where they went on vacation during the holidays and she wanted to separate from him. And then he made this video.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayan that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm gonna go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just...
I love the shameless, humble brag plug about his huge, gigantic house. I guess I'll just stay alone in my huge 4-story mansion. Yep, it's really big. It's giving that one scene from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where like Frank accidentally drops his magnum condom in front of this hot girl to tell her that he has a magnum dong. I guess I'll just stay here in my huge mansion with my magnum dong. Yep, just me and this big ultra mansion with my magnum dong. Also, I'm having doubts about how grand this mansion of yours is because looking from behind you, it's not giving like lavish bunker, okay? It's giving crusty, dusty basement that definitely has a VCR player in it and at least 12 cobwebs, okay? It's giving Olive Garden chic. I know you boomers love that shit. Giving like one of those houses that those millennial TikTok house flippers paint everything beige and millennial gray and like no one complains about it because it actually looks better at the end. Anyways, he continues. Let's keep watching.
So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayan, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. The separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself.
He couldn't help himself, you guys. He had to put this shameless plug in again about the big gigantic house. Logistically, I guess I'm glad I had this gigantic magnum house for my magnum dong. So look, I know that through him trying to like strain his asshole so hard to try to get those fake tears out, it might be kind of hard to figure out what the story is here, so let me fill you in real quick. He went on vacation with his wife, his 2 kids, and his in-laws to Disney World over the holidays. He decided to, in his and his wife's words, disrespect his wife's family so bad that his wife felt the need to vent to her parents in a private group chat between her and her parents. He finds those text text messages between his wife and his in-laws, and that made him really, really mad. So he decided to be like Caillou after finding out he's not going to the zoo today and hide out in his bunker basement, and his wife and his in-laws are upstairs celebrating Christmas with their 2 young kids. Sir, they didn't celebrate Christmas without you, okay? You could have gone upstairs and handled this situation like a adult, but you decided to make TikToks and hide out in your bunker as if you're some millennial 2008 emo kid. I deadass thought he was about to show us some clips of him singing some emo pop punk songs on the roof of his house. I was mean to my wife, now I'm in my bunker. Sorry, I can't be perfect. Tonight will be the night that I will ignore you in my bunker. Please make me change my mind. Again, you're welcome for the song. Everything will not be on Spotify. So as you guys can probably guess, one of his biggest criticisms he's gotten on that video, other than, dear God, what is that on my screen? Is that it, the clown reincarnated? Is that, why does he think that his wife talking to her parents about potentially separating, venting her feelings about their relationship, if that's bad, then why is he allowed to air out all their problems on TikTok? You know, the child dancing app. And here is what he had to say for himself.
The reason I went public with what's going on, and I did that because I believe in this situation, transparency is the most important thing. I think it's the most important thing in any problem. Just be honest. Now, we've gotten to this point because there's been a little bit of dishonesty from Jayanne in the form of texting with her family and people behind my back, discussing things that she really should have just come to me with first. I'm not talking to anybody behind her back. I'm talking about our problem to the world, so that there's no mistake that I am sincere and authentic in everything that I think and feel.
Newsflash, you guys. It's not good to talk about stuff with your parents, the people that love you the most, okay? It's more transparent to post all of your dirty laundry on TikTok. Again, the child dancing app. The app where people use their free will to dress up as furries and sing Selena Gomez songs. The app where Asian girls put on a pilgrim costume and shake their ass. Also, bitch, you cannot fool me for 3 seconds that this mother does not go out and tell every single living soul about his problems behind his wife's back. Dude, he's the type of guy that tells a self-checkout kiosk about his problems. Okay? He's the type of person that would buy like the most expensive tier of ChatGPT just to complain about his wife and get some sort of intelligent response back. He's the type of guy that would book himself at the local bar and grill for open mic night and tell ball and chain jokes for 3 hours straight. He's the type of guy that would make his own fan account on Instagram and then repost CapCut edits of his own alpha male quotes. So in this video and other videos where he spews his incel manifesto, he alludes to the fact that he wants to teach his wife some sort of lesson. Like if she wants to talk to her parents behind his back, then he's not going to talk to her. And she has to use like TikTok, another form of communication that's not directly talking to him, as a way to actually talk to him. Yeah, so he invites her to talk to him via TikTok because he doesn't want to talk to her. And she does. And in her video, she talks about how she's been living with his disrespect for years, but for the sake of her children, she stays with him. But when he started disrespecting her parents, it was almost like her last straw, and she kind of just got fed up with him. She also points out that he always accuses her of disrespecting him, airing their out, and she has never made a single video where she disrespects him or talks about their relationship. She just talks about herself, her life, her vlogs, her kids in a very nice, kind way. Guys, I just want to take a second and like truly have some gratitude for women like Jayanne, okay? Because it's girls like her that keep men like that away from the high school gymnastics team. Guys, think of the amount of unsolicited stock buying advice that you're not getting because girls like this are getting it for you. Can you imagine waking up to this man's coffee breath in the morning as he tells you, "That was fantabulous last night," after you guys had some mid Like, I could not. Not all heroes wear capes. Some of them are hot women that have heterosexual mid-sex with the human version of Grimace from McDonald's, okay? So after Jaeyeon made her video where she claimed that he was disrespecting her family and that's what caused her to want the separation in the first place, now everyone was asking him, what did you do for your wife to want a separation? Like, what were you doing? And this is the video that he made.
5 things that I did to disrespect my Filipino in-laws. I did not eat the food that they cooked. It wasn't because I didn't like it, and it wasn't because I wasn't hungry. It's because I protested. And then number 2, when they left the food out on the table, that stayed out all day. When we came back from one of the Disney World days, I called them slobs.
Not eating out of protest, calling them slobs when they left out food for you to eat. What is he, a 8-year-old that just got his iPad taken away? He is his kids and his wife's emergency contact, you guys. Let that sink in. If his kids ever have a problem at school, he's their emergency contact and he's not eating out of protest? Bitch, I could not.
I clapped sarcastically when Mama finally stepped in and helped Jaeyeon by bathing the kids after a long day. Number 4, I snatched the keys out of Papa's hands. He spent his morning loading the car up, getting ready to go back to Georgia, and he went to hand the keys to me and I just snatched them out of his hand. And number 5, I told Ate, F you too, when she said that I was being a bad host. Snatching
keys out of your father-in-law's hands after he loaded the car for you, the name calling, the slow clapping. Oh my God, he's so Pretty Little Liars core, okay? I think the funniest part about all of this to me is the fact that when he was doing all this when he was clapping back at his in-laws, he thought he was serving. He's like one of those dudes that try to say specific things in a podcast and try to get clipped in an alpha male TikTok. In his mind, when he was cussing out his elderly in-laws for doing housework and childcare for him, he really thought that he looked like Captain America in a fan thirst trap edit. Well, it looks like the slobs finally got off their ass and did something. I'm willing to bet my life that he definitely saluted them when he told them to f off. Honestly, Jaeyeon and her parents are better than me, okay? Because this is my dad. Imagine this man cutting fruit for you and loading the car, and you cuss him out. Bitch, it would be on sight. Also, he's 60, right? My parents are also 60 and I'm 28. So I'm imagining that her parents are like the same age as him. If this motherfucker ever had the audacity to slow clap while my mom was giving my child a bath, oh bitch. Oh bitch. It would be Vietnam for him all over again. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so that was his whole like Christmas escapade thing going on. But like I said, he isn't just some guy that was down in his luck and you know, he posted for a while. He's been posting his passport bro incel manifesto for a very long time now. And here are just few of the icky ones that I saw. I didn't even have to scroll that long, you guys. One of the videos I saw was this video of his actual toddler daughter when they were at Disney World. And the caption on the screen says, "The foundation of the human existence is a mean father ensuring the survival of his daughter so she can make him sons who fight for her grandfather's values." Hey doctor, Grandpa's Grandiose is coming out again. Thank you. If you're not currently getting the biggest ick of your life right now, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Guys, just imagine what it must be like to be his daughter, especially as she gets older compared to like her little brother. Hey mom, I saw that Brayden, he got the car, the house, the pension, all the stocks. What am I getting? Oh, Samantha, you're getting the best part of it all. A working uterus. So you can bore your dad 10 to 20 kids and pass down his alpha male legacy. via this ebook that I have. Isn't that amazing? Look, I don't know if he actually has an ebook or not, but I feel like he probably will make one if he doesn't already have one right now. Okay, he just gives off that vibe. I feel like when he pictures his death, he thinks it's going to be something fantastical, like the end of Gladiator or something. Like he's some crazy warrior that deserves a legacy that's going to be passed down from generation to generation. Oh, the great warrior has died, but his words must live on. Your children and their children must know that Americanized women are gold diggers and white American men are the best at everything. So do me the honors and send this ebook to everybody that you know.
The guys coming over to date Filipinas, they fall into two categories. They are older men looking for companionship. They already have children, they've probably been through a divorce or two in America, and they're looking for a companion. The second category are guys that don't have children and looking to start families. And that makes the Philippines a great option for this type of guy because there's no birth control in the Philippines. Young Filipino women have not, this is going to sound gross, but they haven't burned out their ovaries with birth control. It's not a thing there. The whole taking care of their bodies is a lot more prevalent in the Philippines. They don't even use tampons there.
Sorry guys, I'll be right back. I need to currently burn out my ovaries with my birth control. Also, new rule, okay? Let's maybe not talk about the quality of women's bodies when we're built like Mike Wazowski. I swear to God, you guys, it's always the fugly bitches that had the most shit to say about the quality of women's bodies.
Oh, I don't like American women. They let themselves go. They're fat, they're ugly, they eat so much, they're so disgusting. I prefer the foreign women because they're young, tight, and petite.
Bitch, when was the last time you were tight? Bitch, the last time you had a tight quality body was when Jimmy Carter was in office. So you need to shut the f up. Also, it takes a special type of guy to be mad when women wear tampons because they genuinely feel like it's competition with their wieners. And let me tell you, it's not the Magnum Dong guys, okay?
Speaking of family and the money aspect of it, the large portion of American men, I don't know how it is for other guys, Australia or wherever, we have a big boundary against supporting the rest of our wife's family. Okay, we're not in it to take care of the whole family. That happens, but at least in my circle, that's a no-no. You know, we are supporting our family here in America, and you know, money is for our children. It's not for the aunties and uncles and grandparents over in the Philippines, and that's a tough line to draw.
Wait. Sir, I thought you were rich. I thought you had a Magnum Dong in your Magnum Mansion. Guys, you know that when he was talking about how tight the money boundaries are, you know that shit's tight, okay? Imagine the skinny jeans on a 2008 emo skinny white guy. That's how tight he is with like the boundaries on money. Guys, he likes his women the way he likes his budgets. Extra tight. He's the type of guy that would Venmo request you 50 cents for coffee that he made for you at his house. Look, I'm not saying that people should be supporting other people's families. I totally get that. You should have boundaries about how much money you're willing to spend for your family. However, I think it is extremely ironic that this man has talked about being super rich and flexing about his wealth like he's Drake in a 2010s music video, okay? And he's out here being like, oh, but I'm real tight with my money. I don't give people shit. Not even my in-laws. Okay, so in this next video, I believe he's stitching a Japanese American woman who's talking about the 4B movement that's now happening in Japan.
This is my hot take on why the Japanese birth rate is going down.
I'm going to stitch this because it popped up on For You, and obviously the algorithm wants me to comment. What you should do in your video is provide some context about why you speak American English so well. You're obviously American, and your 3 months there and your summers there is obviously because one of your parents is Japanese, and so you kind of maybe have a dual citizenship or you go back and forth. But overall, you're not addressing the big issue, and that is the Japanese woman. All your comments are about the Japanese man, and you're not taking into account what has happened over the last 30 years to Japanese women. I can tell you what happened, because my first Japanese girlfriend from Japan was back in 1986. I went to the carbo loading party at the Honolulu Marathon in December of 1986. I was there. She left with me from that party and took a ride on my Honda 500cc Interceptor motorcycle back to her hotel. I was a very gentlemanly. We spent the rest of the week going to the beach, and we stayed in touch after she went back home for several weeks, intending to get back together. Okay, it didn't work. It never happened. You know, back in the 80s.
Wait. So he flirted with a Japanese woman for a week when she was visiting Hawaii for a marathon. It never panned out to anything. And that's his qualifications for why he's more qualified to talk about the Japanese 4B movement than a Japanese woman? I mean, can we really be surprised though? He really thinks that the only reason for his daughter's existence is to pass down his incel manifesto.
Since then, over the past 30, almost 40 years now, I've dated about 3 more Japanese national women, mostly ones that I met on social media through common likes on Instagram or Facebook, and then met up with them as they came to visit Honolulu. And then most recently, 2018, I spent a long 2 weeks with a very young 23-year-old Japanese girl. And the difference between Kuniko Kozono in 1986 and now, that was her name, now, 2018 was remarkably different. In 2018, just wanted too much. She wanted everything. Now, I had it all. I had everything she wanted. I had the supercar, I owned the homes, I had the cute dog, you know, the cash.
My Magnum dog. Of course, he forgot to add that part, but I'm guessing that he meant that too.
If anything was going to happen between us, she needed to show signs that she was going to commit to me. But as we were dating in 2018, during her vacation here in Honolulu, she was still swiping on the other guys. So who's the F-boy? Really, honestly. It's not the men.
Guys, I f***ing hate this guy. She was someone that you DM'd on Instagram. She decided to meet up with you in person when she was on vacation, and she wasn't feeling you. That's not you guys dating. His threshold for what dating or girlfriend is extremely low, you guys. He's out here bragging about stacking bodies, he said earlier today. Stacking bodies. He calls himself a Chad. He talks about how many girlfriends he's had and all this shit. But like, he counts girls that he DMs on Instagram as his girlfriends? The way he defines what makes a girlfriend or relationship is like so middle school. You know what I mean? Guys, Emily literally pegged on my bike and we hugged for 3 seconds during Teacher Institute Day. I think we're boyfriend, girlfriend. Guys, when we were at the school dance, she did this dance move on me. I think we're in love. Guys, the silver lining to this is that you know that he has ended up in so many college women's group chats. They all call him Jerry for geriatrics, okay? And they send photos of his unsolicited pic as a GIF every time someone throws up after a drunken night. The only reason why Vivian and Jenny hasn't blocked him on Instagram yet is because he lied and said that he had a boat. To all the gooners out there, okay, this is going to be your future if you don't change your ways, okay? Take this as I am the ghost of Gooner's future, like in A Christmas Carol, but about Gooner. Like at the age of 60, you could be retired, cutting fruit for your spouse, the soulmate that you've gone through so much with, they know you better than anyone, or you could be 60 years old and ending up in a 19-year-old college girls group chat where everyone nicknames you as Needle and they're only talking to you until they find out you don't have a boat for this summer. Okay? Watching Passport Bro content literally gives me the biggest f***ing ick. But the biggest silver lining to all of this is one, you will probably end up like this f***er when you're 60, which is revenge in itself. But two, I love how all of them go to different countries thinking that they're gonna get this feminine cartoon anime character, but really they end up with a bitch like me. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Last time I did a video about passport bros, a lot of you guys from Ukraine and Russia and Colombia specifically have given me your stories about passport bros in your country. So spam that in the comment section below. I want to know your stories about passport bros in your country. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.